hope everyone's having a great day. I'm back, the One Blonde Chef. Today I'm going to be bringing you, it was one of my growing up favorites, and it's an oldie but a goodie. And we're going to be making an old-fashioned salmon croquette or salmon patty for some of y'all. And so anyways, it's really, really good. It's a budget-friendly wonder. I mean, my kids just love them, as does the husband. Let's get started cooking in this kitchen. All right, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna, of course, you gotta season this wonder. So I use about a half a teaspoon of each of these: garlic powder, pepper, salt. Another thing I can tell you is really good is maybe even Old Bay. I'm going old-fashioned route though with these, so it was like the least ingredient, you know, is what they used to do. Now they've become so gourmet, these things. I mean, you can add bell pepper, green onion, I mean, any number of things into these patties to make them, just make them how you want. But I'm gonna do an old-fashioned today. So I'm omitting green pepper, I'm omitting green onion, I'm just doing onion, keeping it basic, given the quarantine. And some of these things hopefully you'll have in your pantry. So I'm gonna use about 14 3/4. I'm gonna double my recipe. So if you just wanted to, like, you know, I'm cooking for a family of 5. So if you wanted to just, you know, again, one person, 2, one of these cans would be sufficient. So then 3 tablespoons of mayo is what I'm adding. 2 eggs, because you want to do 1 egg per can is rule of thumb. And then about a half a cup of flour, again doubling, so you would only need a 1/4 cup if it was for, say, 1 or 2, maybe 3 people. And then, so a half a cup of cornstarch. I'm adding cornstarch. You can also add a panko if you want. You don't have cornstarch handy. That's a good one. These things are the breading. They're gonna be what binds all these wonderful ingredients. The egg and the mayo are gonna be the moisture. They're gonna keep it all to where it's less dry. So again, these things are all needed. And then I cut up about an onion. We love onion. You don't have to use that much onion. So like, I went ahead and I drained the cans of salmon. You'll also want to just kind of go through. I use my fingers after I drain, and there's some bones. So like, you'll see things like that. Yeah, I know, not pretty. So anyway, you want to get rid of that. You want to get rid of maybe some skin. It's up to you. It's like your preference. I usually go through, finger it out, clean up a lot of the bone, stuff like that. You just don't want that. I don't want that in my salmon patties. I mean, I know it's probably protein, but I don't want it in my salmon patties. So I know it's probably protein, but you know, you do you. I get rid of all that good stuff. So go ahead and, you know, add your onion, and then, you know, go on and give that a good mix up. The reason why I do stuff like that first is because I add the seasonings and breading last along with the egg. I don't want to over mix them. I don't know. It's something I find out they're better that way. So then I'm going to go in and add the mayo. You know, this is another one. Like I told you, my husband doesn't like mayo. I sneak it in. I sneak it in. He doesn't know it's in there. He just does not. So, okay. So it's 3 tablespoons of mayo. So you'll just, you know, this is 2. This is a 2 tablespoon I'm using. So I'm going to go on and add the 6 tablespoons to this right now because I doubled. But you'll just need 3 if you're doing it again for, you know, 1 to 3 people. So it's again an egg a can of salmon. So I'm gonna go on and crack my 2 eggs and get those in there. So I went ahead and seasoned it up, and again, half teaspoon of each of these: salt, garlic powder, pepper. Again, it's a basic one. You know, sometimes I kick it up and I add Old Bay or Tony's. You can do that. So now what I'm gonna do is go on and add, again, half a cup of flour, and then it was like, again, a half a cup of cornmeal. You can use, again, a panko if you want. I'm doing cornmeal. This is gonna add that crispy coating to these. Again, I don't like to overmix my egg in this. It's something about it. I like it fluffy. I don't know if you overmix, it's not near as fluffy. All these ingredients are gonna come together, and then we're gonna get ready to form our patties. We're gonna make sure we're gonna get this pot hot. So what you're gonna do is medium to medium high heat. You can do, I like to do about a, you know, saucepan, iron skillet would work great. Any kind of like a skillet. I fill it a 1/4 of a way full with a vegetable oil. I wouldn't swear by deep frying these in like a deep fryer. It's just better a little bit of oil. Like I said, a 1/4 of the way, not much, but because you're wanting to, you know, you're gonna flip them. So, and you want them crispy, and you don't want to over soak them in the oil all at once. So like I said, a quarter of the way with a little bit of the vegetable oil in your pan. Let this get hot. And then, as I said, I've stirred all this wonderful goodness up, and I'm gonna get ready to form some patties. Y'all, this is messy. It's not clean, it's not a clean job, but these babies are, oh, they're good. They are, they're good. I mean, you know, I can't even express that. It's a budget-friendly, again, wonder for your family if you're feeding especially a large crowd. And it's a pretty great dish. So I went ahead and I started, you know, grabbing about a good amount, half a cup, good figuring per patty, flatten them out, and you know, getting them ready. Like again, I said, this is messy. It's messy. It's not fun, but it's really good. It's a little fishy, but it's good. I mean, it's not too fishy, but it's good. Y'all, it's good. So we're waiting on that oil to heat up. So we're gonna start putting the patties in. Our oil's nice and hot. And as you can see, I just kind of spread them around and make sure they're compressed and flat. And you want to cook them about a good 3 to 4 minutes on one side, and then flip them, and then back to the other side. I like them crispy. My family likes them crispy. We just like them crispy. So it's up to you on your liking. But you also want to make sure all this stuff is done. So, you know, my pot holds about a good 4 at a time. And so we're gonna let them get to cooking. So we're gonna get ready to flip them. They've been cooking a good little while on one side. So get ready to flip these babies. And look how golden. That's what you're looking for. So go on and get in there. You want that golden edging, that crispness. And again, I kind of flatten them to the pan. You know, you put enough in here to where you bonded them. They're gonna stick together. And so you just wanna make sure you kind of flip them. Y'all, if y'all could smell this, it smells good. I mean, they're cooking. You get the scent of the onion and all the seasonings. Oh my gosh, so good. So we're gonna let these get brown and crispy on this other side, and we're gonna get ready to drop some more. So again, we flipped them and they're getting crispy, real crispy, and that's what we're looking for. 4 to 5 minutes each side. If you're not happy with that, you know, another 2 minutes. If you want them more golden. This is great with anything, you guys, from red potatoes to pasta salad to rice. If you want to do a veggie of some sort, they're great. Great with tartar and even ketchup. So you know, whatever you want. If you want them plain, they're even great plain. I went ahead and I added a paper towel. You know, you want something over to the side, draining wise, you know, collecting all that grease. And so y'all just, you know, whichever you have, a dish of some sort, thin sheets of paper towels, and it does the job. The second batch is cooking. And again, to double it, it makes about 9 to 10 patties. And that was the 2 cans of salmon. So figure that, and you got your math. All right, you guys, that's salmon croquette or salmon patties coming to you from the One Blonde Chef kitchen. I hope you truly enjoy these. And again, experiment with flavor. Add whatever you want. I made a simple, old school, old style salmon patty. And y'all, pretty good. And again, 9 to 10 it makes per 2 can. Follow the, you know, directions. You can't go wrong. Okay, so please like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. God bless.